Oh, whoa. Okay, we're live. This is the saddest intro of all time. I really do need to get some music or something. So, everybody, welcome to the Brad Show. And again, we might rename that as budget gets increased and everything. But I always feel like there's like a backlog of stuff that I want to talk about, usually on mouthwash, and this is kind of an avenue to do that. I also end up yelling at the TV during a lot of witty reviews programs, and so I thought it best to have as my first guest the lovely Stephen Whitmer. If you want to say hello to everybody.
Hello, everybody. I'm glad everybody's here. It's your favorite cute and sweet little guy just chiming in for a little bit.
There you go. Yeah, he is a spark plug in local politics. I put down a defender of based thinking, and also not a Democrat, in spite of agreeing with me on most issues. Um, so we're today we're just going to be talking about what's been going on in Minneapolis. I saw. Did you guys do a report about the protests after the incident on Indie Reporter?
No, we haven't really been following anything that's been going on outside of Indiana, unless it's like majorly national stuff, and even stuff that's happening in Minneapolis or Venezuela or anything. There's so much drama happening in Indiana right now. There's not even a point to it. I leave it to all the normal national pundits to take care of that stuff for me.
Nobody likes those people though. Like
Yeah,
they get mad at everybody.
but it seems like though, like it's the low hanging fruit take of whatever's happening in Minnesota or Iran or insert country here. And I think I think you would agree too, Brad, and most of everybody is like, we need to start focusing more on what's happening on our kitchen table issues.
Oh yeah, yeah, and but they just keep piling up. I think last time, because you do the 20-minute breakdowns, and trying to cram anything to 20 minutes, it's like you almost just get a glaze of what everything is, but not like you're not able to get into depth because there's
Yeah,
just so
I
much
think I do
stuff.
need to change it to the 30-minute instead of the 20-minute. I think I'm glad that you noticed that too, because there's a lot to cram in such a short amount of time.
Well, yeah, and I mean, there's a lot of people that want to be heard, or a lot of voices to be, said out loud. So, um, okay, so have you seen all the videos though? I'm not going to show any of the videos of the woman being shot or anything like that. But
Yep.
um, did you? So you saw the separate angles. Have you talked to anybody who has changed their mind in between watching one of the videos?
Nope.
Like,
No, in
okay,
fact, like it seems like the more angles there are, the more they're locked in on whatever their original opinion was, whether they thought it wasn't justified or was justified.
well, and that's what's confusing to me too. I talked to one of my friends I went to high school with. He's a detective now for the state police, and um, it this was before the body cam footage came out, and all I was thinking, and we were kind of joking about that, like, would it even matter if another angle came out that showed like their point of view, kind of a thing? And we were just, no, it wouldn't matter. So I texted him after it came out, and he said, no, everybody's still just batch it down to what their original thought was. So um I did want to play. So Kristi Noem, she's the Secretary of Homeland Security, just a lovely woman. Doesn't shoot dogs.
Would.
Yeah, I forgot about it. This is Sunday night, but it's Saturday night. It's
Yeah.
still the weekend. You could do, yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
Smash or pass. So
Hard, yeah.
um, yeah. Okay, so yeah. Dude, sharing screens is awesome. Okay.
Mm-hmm. You're more familiar with the StreamYard than I am now.
Can you hear that okay?
Mm-mm.
believable. That's
Well, I don't have any sound, but I'm reading the captions.
Oh, okay. Crap.
Oh, Polly can't hear it either.
Oh, okay. Let us try to.
It might be only on your side.
Okay. Well, we'll see about, I guess, trying to fix that. But no, you were right though. You can just kind of see like her captions of it all.
I read the captions. It was basically everything that I figured was going to happen. You know what this reminds me a lot of? The Mark Sanchez thing.
Really?
Well, only because like 99% of the time, I would say for Indianapolis anyway, like 99% of the time, they're going to be right. But then that one time that they're wrong, then that happens. However, if there was different footage that came out that showed that it wasn't justified, I almost guarantee that they would be saying the same thing, or they'd be twisting it. I mean, this is kind of just how it goes, no matter what, whether you're right or you're wrong. They're all going to be like, well, technically I was right. I was right.
No, and that's everybody's twisting it into supporting their view. And like the more videos that come out, they will try to say, oh, well, this woman's clearly a domestic terrorist. So, okay, let's go to that. Like her saying that this is domestic terrorism. Do you, I mean,
do I agree? I don't know, because then like it's like the law, because then it's like, well, how do we define that? Right? Because there are a lot of people that were calling people that weren't wearing a mask a domestic terrorist as well. It's like, oh, you're a biohazard and that kind of stuff.
Well, and I think it depends too if they were like projectile coughing on people in grocery stores on purpose,
or they like spitting on people.
Yeah,
like what was the whole thing of it? You know, or they like purposely trying to be a jerk off.
Yeah, I mean, I think that is 90% of society, most likely.
Yeah,
but yeah,
yeah, I think Polly has a good point too, because they were saying this is the same guy that got dragged like a couple of months ago and got totally fucked up.
Yes, I would play this one, but I don't think you guys would be able to hear it anyways.
If it's got closed captionings, I'll read it. It's 43 seconds, not that big of a deal. And it doesn't have closed captions. Maybe? Oh, there we go.
Okay, so also, do they have absolute immunity?
I mean, I don't know. That's the thing too. Like everybody keeps changing it, whether they do or they don't. But I will agree with Vance and it says like, hey, you know, you're impeding ICE, or even if you were to throw this into law enforcement as well. Like there's been plenty of times where younger days I would look at stuff. I mean, and we see this all the time with body cam footage. I remember one time I was younger and friends of mine down the street had gotten pulled over. And so I had ran down there and told the cops, like, hey, they didn't do anything wrong. And they like pointed at me. He's like, you better get out of here or you're going to get in trouble too. And I was like, okay, not going to do that. Because, you know, not long before that, I was already detained for something else. So like, I'd rather not be in handcuffs again.
And, oh, no. And that's something too. Do you think people look at ICE the same way as they look at city police or state police?
I think a lot of times, yeah. Because they're just a federal agency though.
Yeah, and I mean, because some of the questions I sent you were like, I'm kind of interested in everybody's past about how they learned about law enforcement and how they were introduced to it. Like, I introduced my kids, and I try to think of it like, when did you first learn about the police? And I remember being a kid in school, and you know, we had like Officer Friendly who would come to the school, and you know, he'd show the lights on the cars, and it would be awesome. And you know, they would tell you like, if you are in trouble, find a police officer is a good person to find, to go to for help. And that's what I tell my kids. Like, they're not something to fear. However, I totally get that vibe of, I mean, I remember when I got my license, then also I wasn't really doing anything wrong, but I got pulled over and I was like, shaky.
Scared straight.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I've learned my lessons now, but no, but I don't know that we have that with ICE.
No, and I think social media has just shown, and there's some people out there that will look at the police and the ICE as the same, and they'll say, well, they do bad things. They're Nazi. There's Gestapo, and they're just sharing them as the same. Like, my experience with the police were when I was younger. Do you remember Dare? Yeah, same thing. That's how I learned about the police. It's like, don't do drugs and all this other stuff. In fact, when I was like 10, I was the one, I had written a speech, and then I had to present it to the entire school. But then there's also times where when I got my license and I was a dick to cops, they were going to be a dick to me right back. And I get pulled over. And, but, also like most of the cops that I've met have been really cool to me. But I think it's just like how you, I think of like Cops. I wish we had more shows like that, but for ICE. That's what I
know. But I don't know that there's that, what to expect kind of a thing. And especially if people are just being aloof obstructionists as their form of protest.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that they should know what they're going in for. Like, I don't know what is any way of that ICE, covers themselves or investigates themselves. Like, anytime that a police officer shoots a person, there is an investigation into it. I don't even know what that looks like for ICE. Like,
that's like the internal affairs.
Yeah, like,
is there an internal affairs for ICE? Are they like the government's like, we've investigated ourselves and found nothing wrong?
I mean, that's likely the definite case. Man, I hate it when you're right sometimes. That was one of my other questions too. Is like, do you hate it when you agree with me?
No.
Or is it just like a?
I'm just like, no, or I think it's more like you agree with me.
No, we already talked about this from the last debate. Like, that was,
boy, Whitty's right again. Who would have thought?
Yeah. Like, I'll go first this time. That's no. Oh no, go ahead.
Oh, there is an internal affairs for ICE.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they do have their own internal affairs. I imagine like every other department does. It's just but it's like everything else. How are they going to be trying to protect their own? And I get that. I get all of it too.
Well, but again, like, how new is ICE in its current format?
2003. ICE was created in 2003 through a merger of investigative and interior enforcement elements of the former U.S. Customs Service and the Immigration and Naturalization Service.
Okay,
I'm sure that's all had to do with the Patriot Act too.
And there was probably some transfer over of ways to train, just procedures, things like that. So
yeah,
I guess I have a hard time believing that he was trained properly and he executed everything to the best of his.
Well, how long was he in there for? Because he was a former National Guard too.
Well, and that's it. Is the experience that people have in law or in other branches of law enforcement just like hey, all right, you already did this, so come on to ICE?
I'm sure it's a policy thing. Like, there's procedure of what you should and shouldn't do, and then before they get there. But how he had to have at least been in there for when he got ran over by that car. So, was he a National Guard? I don't know what his history is too.
Oh, and that was actually that's what I meant to show too. Thank you for bringing it back to the PTSD. That, yeah, I mean, he got dragged from there. There was a video of that online too, and I understand
15-year veteran. Thank you, Tommy.
Yeah, and what Vice President Vance was saying, I get that, and I Noam brought it up too. But should he be on the front lines if PTSD is a possibility? I mean, if he wants to be in ICE, can't there be a nice desk job or something?
No, yeah. I'm it's just like Blade Runner. Reminds me of Blade Runner with Ryan Gosling, where they have to do a mental check and talk to a psychiatrist. It's like when you get done. It's like when there's a shooting with IMPD, you're automatically put on vacation. you know, and then you have to talk to psychiatrists or psychologists. I call it vacation anyway.
Well, do you think he was I mean, do you think he spoke with psychiatrists and stuff
Oh, yeah.
after his incident? Like, not this most recent one, but the one where he was dragged.
Both of them, I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure there's a massive procedure for that. I know for IMPD there is.
I hope there would be. Like, that's what I mean. I don't want it to be something to where it just fell through because, you know, he wanted that ICE bonus that he was promised.
The bounty bonus.
Yeah. Oh my God! Wait, do they have quotas?
No, are they like?
I'm being serious.
I don't know. It would. I want to make a joke about it, but also like that'd be so awesome. I'm like, all right, I'm old. Sign me up. Do I get a bonus? How much is it? Do I want to be on a horse though and wrangle him like a bounty hunter? That's what I want to do.
Oh my God! Like,
but they don't
the
even the
cartoonish vision that you have of.
Oh my God! Cowboy hat, wrangling Witty, just fucking hog tying him.
Dude, wrangling Witty, and they both start with W's. That's awesome.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Shirt merchant.
That's insane. No, and I mean, I think that there is more people wanting to join ICE too, and I think people are trying to come at it from that. But I also think that people don't want to know what ICE is doing, kind of sometimes. Like it's not necessarily like ignorance is like the best way to deal with all this, but I mean, we see the innocent people being, you know, arrested along with the guilty people, and there are bad ones that need to go back to.
Got to crack a few eggs to make an omelet.
Well, I mean, you know, we're cracking American eggs.
Well, I mean, all they have to do is just, you know, not block ICE and they'll be okay. Stay on the sideline. It's like so here's a perfect example. During the 2020 riots, or even recently last year, I think it was whenever it was last year during the NBA finals. There was a protest that was happening right across the street from Gamebridge. And then they ended up flooding the entire street, took over the street, and then walked around all over the place. Like, and then IMPD was helping them. And I understand why. But at the same time, like, you're impeding traffic. You're impeding the flow. It's like, hey, I have to go pick up my kid. Or, hey, I have to go get groceries. I'm trying to get home for blank, blank, blank. And so, like, where's the point where we'd be like, nah, I'm just going to run through you. Fuck it.
Nah.
I'm over it. Pedal to the metal, baby.
Well, but is that what, and again, like, I think this is a very strange kind of incident. It's not as if she was like the Charlottesville driver where she was just freaking barreling through everybody. And you know, she was sitting in her car. Like, and I think there was a lot of fault on a lot of sides. I mean, she put herself in that situation. I get that.
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's just sad.
Now you have kids that have no dad, and now you have kids that have no mom.
And one of the things too is like I hate when people try to like compare tragedies or compare grieving, because I saw a post that was like that where it said that, oh well, now you know, these 3 kids at home like don't have a mom now, and somebody in the comments just said, well, if you know he didn't shoot her, then like his kids wouldn't have a dad. And it's like, well, okay, but she's dead. Like that is what happened. So can't we just, you know, be sad about that and then not have to try to compare it to something else all the time? Like who's grieving more or who's in more pain?
Whataboutism with grieving.
Yeah. And that is the weirdest part of it all to me. It's like, you know, and you have to grieve a certain way too.
There's no winning. There's like a tragedy whataboutism.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like it. I mean, to be fair, like it sucks all around because it doesn't make anybody look good. The only thing that I would say that I hope what happens is that there's going to be a chilling effect for a lot of these people realizing like, hey, guess what? All the things that you used to get away with, you can't. But like, if you go back and watch the video too, the wife really seemed like the instigator out of all of this. That's just what I really didn't like.
She seemed like the mouthpiece. Yeah.
Yeah, for real, right? Like it felt like she was just wanting to start shit in general, and then like, oh, it's not going to be that big of a deal if whether she was to intently hit him or it's like I just want to get real close to him. We don't know, but at the same time, the consequences do meet actions. And so at the same, with all that being said, it's like, here's an idea. Don't do that. Like, go on the sideline and shame them and yell at them, and that's fine. Oh, look at that. What else we got on the docket? But like, just don't do that.
Let me get that. Oh, wait. Here we go. This was what I wanted to show.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
This was one of the memes that I wanted to kind of talk with you about too. Because again,
yeah, I sent that one too.
Oh my God. Okay. So like, how is it not? I guess there were Charlie Kirk ones too. There were.
Oh yeah, there are a lot.
And again, like how we were just talking about comparing grievances and stuff, and there's also that. Well, the libs would be ecstatic if the officer was hit or something like that. And no, everybody's just assuming that everybody wants the other side to die all the time, and it's not the case, I don't believe. But I just hate how everybody's talking out of both sides of their mouth. Like, though, it's like, well, conservatives don't do this, and then people will post.
Well, we're hypocrites now. Conservatives are hypocrites now because it's like, oh, they're so tired of taking the high road, and so like, all right, this is how you want to do it. This is how the law of the jungle is gonna go. Let's do it.
But there's no going back after that. It's like we just keep on snowballing into this idiocracy kind of shit.
Yeah, one side could chill out, but they don't really want to. But also, here's the other side too. I don't know how much of this is what I'm not sure of. Like, how much of this is organized? And I'm not talking about paid protesters either. I'm just talking about like, we see. I've posted this before on Witty Reviews and Indie Reporter, like Mobilize. You know what I'm talking about. There's a actual app on there. And like, how much of this is just, hey, we got a couple of friends going down there, or hey, there's a group and they're all organizing this whole thing. And it's not saying that they're paid. I'm just saying it's like-minded people that put out the bat signal and say, let's go.
Yeah, and that's what Vance was talking about. He was asking who bought the bricks. And I was like, that is the dumbest
story about that, by the way.
I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? That's what you want to know, is like, who bought the bricks? Like, there's gonna be like, that's your paper trail.
Oh, by the way, you're gonna love my mug, Brad. I have my official Jim Banks
mug.
Get
the fuck out of here, man. Oh my God.
Got it for free.
First F-bomb dropped. All right, that's
take that, John.
That seems about right too. Jim Banks, man, just
That's Brad's kryptonite.
You throw me that, or like you bring up Todd Rokita's boxing gloves.
Dude, I had a set.
Oh my God.
I had to give them away. I worked Todd Rokita's table so I can get into the convention.
And see, this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Like, there's so many things that like I want to keep talking. Like, we could go for hours about Rokita and Diego and and it's just like,
yeah, Diego.
When does that stuff?
Listen, I'm going to talk shit about Diego all day.
It's everywhere. It feels like there's just, and it's never going to stop. It's just all, where we are.
Agree. Completely agree.
But it's horrible. All right. Well, I want to play a friend of the show, Mouthwash, at least, Tim Kramer.
Make sure he has captions.
Well, I think I actually have the video downloaded from the Mouthwash, from his appearance on Mouthwash. I'm going to play for you guys that he yells at me. And I've never made anybody this angry before. I was pretty happy with myself. So let me see if I can get this moved up.
Country. We were there. We were exercising.
Can you hear that?
Yep.
Okay. So Tim came on the show. We're talking about the differences between, I think, he's talking about the property damage that was happening in the Los Angeles riots and stuff, and the fires and I think from ICE. And I was upset about January 6th and, just the differences in how he was okay with one but not the other. So that's where he starts off here.
That's when we were told to leave. We were there to save
Like
our country. We were there to. We were exercising our right to Congress. Explain to me this. I keep hearing this thing. This private property has insurance. You're absolutely right. It does. We pay for that. That comes back around full circle to the. It comes out of my pocket at some point. It's not free,
Then
Brad.
everything comes out of my pocket.
And secondly, give me your address, and I'll have them come destroy your private property to see how you feel about it. Then you see,
I have
Same
like
thing.
minimal property. I'm one of those guys.
well, okay, well then,
Sorry.
then you have no skin in the game, and should keep your mouth shut about the issue.
That was good. Yeah.
Look, people know, Brad.
Fired.
Let me speaking honestly here, is that people who don't involve themselves in certain things but have an opinion on certain things, I don't think their opinion has any weight at all. You don't own much, so you don't care if it gets stolen? Okay, fine. I have attained through
Wait for
work,
it.
hard work over the last 45 years of my life, from the time I graduated high school to now, I've done nothing but work. And you're telling me you think that it's okay for a green-haired motherfucker to come in and burn down my place because they don't like what happened across the street? You're a moron, Brad, if that's the case. I cannot talk with people like this because it's
The
it's
Boomersburging is
it's
funny.
ironic thinking.
Yeah.
It's this double standard that it lives in the mind, and you can't have it. Either things are right or they're wrong. They're either black or white. If you live in the gray, you're going to have what we've got going on in LA.
That's what I just asked about the people climbing the side of the Capitol building. I said, how?
Those
on
were
either
feds,
side?
Brad. That was all
Oh my
created.
God.
Those were
Then-
all.
Yeah, that was where I had to end that clip. Once Lucy came in with they were feds.
Well, a lot of them were.
Shut
And,
up,
and,
Lee.
and police, and there were remember that one guy,
Yeah,
the
but
one,
they were-
the mulatto kid who
Fine,
like
but they
got in
were-
there, and then they got like $15,000 from CNN to give him an interview.
Well, I mean, I know that the Trump's FBI was there, right? Because it was Trump was in office.
Well, how
At
many
that
people
point.
were what's the word for like being not treasonous, but not defecating? What's the word I'm looking for? It's like
Seditious,
yeah, there we go. Maybe we always they were like-
sedacious.
maybe
That
like
was-
never Trumper feds basically.
Well, but I mean, they can think what they want, like when they're off duty, right?
Well, they
You
were
can
on
go
duty.
you can go to well, but it's still Trump's.
You
you
can
know.
say that, but like, wouldn't you say the same thing about somebody's company? It's like, well, it's your company and your people, and you have some janitor like wiping his poop all over somebody's desk.
Well, I mean, yeah, that,
I mean, they're the boss, but doesn't mean that they can tell everybody's on their side. Like, not everybody likes their boss.
no, like we don't like John. So,
And he doesn't pay you anything. That's
yeah, exactly. Yeah, we need raises, damn it.
Hey, if Brad is gonna get chewed out by Tim Craver, there needs to be a little bit of currency involved.
Now, I really that was when he told me like that again, I love like the whole idea that, well, how about I come to your place and just destroy all your shit? Like, that's not what I'm saying. Like, but him also, like, he got so ratcheted up. I had not ever gotten anybody to go into that fifth gear before. Like, he hit a speed and a volume that was pretty impressive, I thought.
Spanglish in the chat. Let's go.
Oh,
Another
awesome.
guy that will chew off Brad's head.
Well, I mean, once we start watching the Yankees and see how they fare this year, we'll see how.
The Yankees, huh?
Yeah, well, Jerry's a big Yankees fan. I rip on them.
Okay.
So, but yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so one of the things also I wanted to say. So did we talk about our vehicles' weapons? Because I have a hypothetical question for you. Then.
Yeah.
Okay, so, say I'm standing on the road, like a Main Street USA kind of town. I'm just standing on the sidewalk, and there is a vehicle coming down the road towards me, or towards my direction. I look and I see that the driver is not paying attention to the road. They're on their phone, and the vehicle starts kind of veering towards me. I'm carrying a weapon at this time. Can I fire at the driver because they are using a weapon? Like,
I'd be okay with it.
does it become, oh my God, like, at any point. So I mean,
Well, not if they're like starting to, not unless if they're like veering. Are you talking about if you were just standing there
I'm
and
saying
like on the corner of an intersection, and the guy's like looking at you, and he's white knuckling, and he's like, "There's
No.
Sawinski, motherfucker."
no. I mean, I'm not imagining Tim Kramer behind the wheel.
Oh yeah.
Coming at me. I'm
Yeah,
imagining like
the Kramer car.
you know, like say like look at Tiffany's face right there. Like imagine Tiffany's just like looking in her rearview mirror or something, doing her makeup,
Glamming up, faking it
Yeah.
up, 10 pounds
then-
of makeup on her, trying
and
to
she's
peel her
not and
eyebrows
she's
back.
not paying attention to the road though. She's she's veering. Is that self-defense?
Is it veering
Oh,
or going in your?
wait.
I know, I just saw that. You saw that too. For the
Well,
children, Jerry.
Yeah. So wait. Okay.
That is funny.
If I see a white liberal walk into a school, can I take him down to protect the kids inside? That's
I'll allow it.
very well played. Yes.
Well,
No,
I mean, if you wanna, if someone's like intentionally trying to kill you, then yeah. But if someone's just veering into your lane because they're a dipshit, then no.
So
And
intent
that's-
matters.
I mean, for me, it does.
Do you think that the driver in Minneapolis had the intent of trying to hit the?
Well, we're not. The ICE officer wasn't in a car.
No. I mean, in my situation, I wouldn't be in a car either. I'd be standing on the sidewalk.
Oh,
Like-
that's what you meant. Okay, I thought you
Yeah.
thought you were like on the road together.
No. I mean, like I'm standing on the sidewalk and I notice somebody who's veering off the road, and even if, like, say they're veering off the road into like a park, or like potentially, you just see them
Well,
kinda,
situations are situational.
yeah, exactly. So
So if
But
I'm
are
just
you
sitting
saying,
there
though,
on
that-
my phone, minding my own business, and someone's trying to might come to close to hitting me, that's different than if like, hey, I'm trying to arrest somebody, and then I'm telling you to get out of a car, and then you put it in drive and go into my direction. That's a little bit different.
yes, but again, I think there was a lot of people yelling at her,
Yeah, her
Right.
dyke ass wife was yelling at her.
and so were the other. I mean, there was a lot
The
of
officers
commotion.
were telling her get out of the car.
Yeah.
That's
I
why
just-
I'll get out of the car. Hey, Mr. Officer, I'll get out of my car. Yes, thank you.
Well,
I
and there
can't
was-
breathe.
yeah.
That's what I tell every cop now. I can't breathe.
I've heard that like from everybody,
Mhm.
and I don't know why. Like, I mean, I don't think it'll work.
I normally
time.
I normally just pee my pants on purpose then.
That's a solid way to go.
I think so. Yeah.
Well, because nobody's gonna want to touch you after that either. You run a good risk of just not even being arrested. So it's
Well, I haven't leveled up to number 2 yet because then I'd be like soiling in it.
all right. I think we're gonna do like about we're gonna wrap up here. But I do have like 3 or 4 questions I think for you.
Cool.
Do you think protesters will continue using vehicles in their protests, or like do you think that they'll make changes based on what happened?
I don't know, to be honest with you, because I'm sure you're gonna have those psycho people that it reminds me of that guy that set himself on fire. Like you're still gonna have a lot of those people that want to do a suicide by cop for the cause, right? And then then you might have other people that are like, all right, maybe I shouldn't do that. But I also think that there are a lot of delusional people. My hope is that it will be no. That was what I hope. What do you think?
I mean, I think that they'll keep using them and just figure out other ways to use them where there's never. I'm like, put the freaking parking brake on. Just if you do
You
want to
think-
be an obstruction, just lay there. Don't stop moving.
Oh yeah, like the people that glued their hands to the concrete.
Yeah, like do something like that. It's you're not running the risk of
You
putting
do you
yourself in
think
a
they'll-
moving weapon.
Do you think they'll like put like a long cardboard tube or like a jousting match outside the side window? It's like, I'm not hitting you with my car, but I do have a stick on you.
Well, I mean, once they put that stick on the car, like I think ICE is free to shoot them because it's definitely a weapon at that point.
It'll be like
know.
Back to the Future where it's on the roof,
Yeah. Oh man,
but then it'll be pointed down.
I want those kind of doors freaking DeLoreans. Yeah.
Base doors.
Okay, so also if the protesters are going to make, changes and stuff based on this incident, most likely, do you think will ICE find ways to, disable a vehicle other than shooting the driver?
Well, no. That would be a no. What I
so
think,
they have nothing to work on. You're saying is,
I mean, the rule is just get out of the way. Really, don't impede whatever's going on. That's all they have to do, and then everything will be fine and dandy. Yell at them, scream at them, shame them, finger wave at them. That's all fine. Just don't use your car to block the other ICE cars from coming through, or in or out.
no, and that's there was another vehicle that got around her easily.
Yeah, yeah. But then she was still in the way. We shouldn't have to bend the knee to those people.
Those people?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm kidding. I just wanted to see if you'd take the bait
She
on
was
those
white.
people. Yeah. No, there was something on Twitter about like how white wine drinking moms are like waging, and it's them that are doing this. And again, it's like, stop trying to.
It's the Tiffany's. That's what it is.
Yeah.
When they have
that's-
that giant salad bowl of wine, eating their popcorn. We gotta watch out for the Ditlevisons. That's what we have to watch out for.
Yeah. No, that's what I mean. I don't know. I think a lot of people are seeing themselves in this driver. I think they are buying into like the whole narrative of, hey, that could have been me. I could have, if I went to a protest and was just standing there in the way, and I'm not saying again that this is right or wrong. I'm just saying that this is people's reactions. It reminds me a lot of like when Charlie Kirk was murdered. Like there were a lot more reactions than I expected, I guess, or like reactions that happened that I was surprised that people cared as much about him. From a standpoint of like, I didn't know that they knew who he was. Like not everybody is in this bubble with us.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
I feel like,
yeah.
And so when you do talk to people outside of like that world, you're like, oh yeah, this happened, and they're like, who's that? You're like, how the hell are we existing in the same like reality right now?
We both put our socks on the same way somehow.
Yeah. But okay, no, I'm gonna wrap this up now. Woody, thank you for coming on.
Yeah, you betcha. Anytime.
Dude, everybody in the comments, thank you for.
Yeah, thanks for everybody showing up. Hey, isn't it nice though without Tiffany over talking everybody?
I mean, it's well, and we didn't have like a Lucy conspiracy that, I like the ones that veer off and we're just like, holy crap, and then it ends with taxation is theft, and then
we talk about the machine elves.
Yeah, wait, what?
The machine elves, when you're on DMT, and then you see the demons, basically the machine elves telling you what you should and shouldn't be doing, trying to, like the rabbit down the hole, trying to get you to where your life is supposed to be going. You don't know about the machine elves?
Well, I mean, DMT, that sounds like an illicit drug that I don't. Come on,
it's allowed in Chicago, or not Chicago.
Well, what isn't allowed in Chicago? Yeah,
that's justice.
Oh my god,
I need a Batman in Chicago. That's what I need.
Dude, Batman would get his ass kicked in Chicago.
I need a black Batman in Chicago.
Caleb Williams,
Well, he's gay, so we can't have that. We can't have any finger painting quarterback as Batman.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, no, everybody enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll be on Mouthwash on Tuesday. Watch Witty Reviews at 8, then Mouthwash at 9. So everybody, thank you. All right.